Good evening. Sorry for more technical difficulties, but I think we've hopefully got it under control now. Just gotta find the stream here myself. There we go. All right. And we're going to do a little virtual pub crawl here tonight on the Celtic Festival Online. In the background, you're hearing my bandmates, the Piper Jones Band, from their album Crossing the Sabine. And thank you very much for your patience and coming back and finding us. And we'll get this going here. So this is a song about the traveling people, which being a musician, I used to be one of those. But thanks to COVID, I do all my traveling within the four walls of my house. So this is a song about the non-traveling people. How about that? So thank you very much for Celtic Festival Online for having me back. Got some new features tonight that I'll be pointing out. For instance, up here is the Wolf Cam, the foot cam, and I'll be talking a little bit more about that later. So here's a song called Tramps and Hawkers. Please join in if you know it. I dreamed a dream the other night, a dream of long ago. I saw you and all the traveling folk along the open road. His step was light, his head held high to catch the scent of spring, and his voice rang round the countryside as he began to sing. Oh, come on, ye tramps and hawker lads, gatherers belong. The tramps, the country running round, come listening and long. I'll tell to you a roving tale of sights I see, far off into the snowy north and south by Gretna Green. I've traveled round the Lothian lands, I've seen the rushing speed. I've been by Crieff and Callander and by the shores of Lough. I watched the rain on the border hills and the mist in northern glens, and I petted you beneath the moon before his daily kin. And I'm up in dunes by Galloway and Falstrand Rock. My business takes me anywhere, for I travel here and far. For I am roving in my blood, and there's nothing I do like, as long as I've my daily fare laid on my back. I am happy in the summertime, beneath bright blue skies, and they're thinking in the morning when night where I will lie. Oh, barn or byre or anywhere, or room among the hay. And if the weather does permit, I'm happy every day. I think I'll go to Paddy's land, making up my mind. For Scotland's great in the afternoon, I can hear the wind expensive Providence proves true. And I will say, Marin's Isle, and I come back to you. Oh, come on, you tramps and poker lads, gators of law. The tramps, the country running road, come listen, ain't home. I'll tell you all the tale of sights that I see, far up into the snowy north and south by Gretna Green. All right, help me out. Oh, come on, you tramps and hockey lads, ye gatherers of law. The tramps, the country running road, come listen, ain't all. I'll tell to you for all and tale sights that I see, far off into the snowy north and south by Gretna Green. When I had awoken from my dream, the dawn song had begun. The birds rang out their old songs to greet the rising sun. I lay among the shadows and I thought of days long gone, and those wandering tramps and hawker lads whose days are surely done. Tramps and Hawkers. That one's from my brand new album, released March 1st. It's called Sheep's Clothing. It's available on Bandcamp, and I think there's might be a link to it somewhere. So another traveling song here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the footer now that you know who I am and where we're at and all those things. So this next one is a song written by Andy Irvine, basically one of the fathers of the Irish bouzouki, the possibly apocryphal stories that he and some friends were traveling around Greece in the 60s and were learning Macedonian music and things like that, and got turned on to the Greek bouzouki, which is usually bowl-backed, and they brought it back home to Ireland, and they made some adaptations to it, and kind of created this new thing. It's similar to an octave mandolin. It's got double strings, and the bottom two are in octaves, the top two are in unison, so... So, and this particular beast I'm playing, it's a Ibanez guitar that I had a good luthier friend of mine turn into a bouzouki for various reasons that I won't go into now. But we like to call this hybrid instrument a bouzar or a gadzouki. Or if you're in France, a fauxouki. So this is a song that Andy Irvine wrote about his hero, Woody Guthrie, and it has a great little part in the middle of it that you can sing along to. You'll know when we get there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a loop here. So I'm only one person in my little room in Longmont, Colorado, and I would love to have a full band, so I have to kind of fudge it. And so I have over here some drums. I'll be making loops, and that's what I'll be doing right now. So that's now how not to do it, and let me show you how to do it. Andy for Woody. It's called Never Tire of the Road. Small town country boy when I left that dusty town. 66 to the westward and I hopped an old breakdown. California, here I come by the side door pulling in the sunburned thumb. They call us Hokies and low down fun. Police on us around. Never tire of the road. Never tire of the road and we'll never tire of the ways of the world. We out yonder calling me. And the dark road leads me onward, and the highway is my code. A lonesome voice that I heard in my head said, never tire of the road. California to the New York Island, me and my guitar. Played in many a hobo jungle and many a skid row bar. Standing out in the wind and the rain, that lonesome whistle makes a sweet refrain. Waiting on some old freight train who carries an empty car. Never tire of the road. Never tire of the road and we'll never tire of the ways of the world. Out yonder's calling me, and the dark road leads me onward, and the highway is my code. Voice I heard in my head said, never tire of the road. So I signed on board a Liberty ship to sail the ocean blue. We were carrying guns, TNT, and 3-day soldiers too. All of the men on board agree. Jimmy, Lonnie, and me. Our song rang out across the sea. You fascists bound to lose. Never tire of the road. Never tire of the rolling wheel. Never tire of the ways of the world. We had yonders calling me, and the dark road leads me onward. The highway, that's my code. A lonesome voice I heard in my head said, never tire of the road. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land is made for you and me. Help me out. This land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. There we go. Andy Irvin for his Idol. Woody Guthrie.
Got a lot of our regular howlers joining us.
I'm delighted to see a lot of our regular howlers. I'd like to thank Colleen from Celtic Festival Online for having me back again and for kind of answering your questions and everything that's going on there. So we live in unprecedented times, what I wouldn't give for some precedented times right now. But we I think it was yesterday, I live in Longmont, Colorado, which is just north of Denver. And what's the name of the fire?
Oh, the Camden, which one?
The one that's the biggest one ever in
Cameron Peak Fire.
The Cameron Peak Fire is now officially the biggest in Colorado recorded history.
Yeah. The winds shifted and it gained 45 square miles in size yesterday. Think about that. That's like Rhode Island.
The voice in the background you hear is my lovely wife, Christina, who, if she would like to pull up a chair there, and I can give you a microphone if you'd like.
I don't know if they can hear me.
But it's the Cameron Peak Fire. And so there are a lot of people who are going out there to fight it and have been. It's been going on for like over a month, even more than that, I think. So this song is dedicated to all those firefighters. This song is about the smoke jumpers and the Man Gulch fire that happened in 1949 in Montana. And basically, we didn't know as much about fire science then as we do now, although the science keeps changing. So
right, I just read an article about that.
But this talks about it's told from the perspective of the foreman, Dodge, and he
of the smoke jumpers.
Yeah, he was the smoke jumpers chief, and they were dropped in on a fire, and they kind of got caught in basically a perfect storm, and the fire jumped over them. And they were caught in between, and many of them died. Out of 15 that jumped out of the plane, only 2 came back. So let me just clarify here. When I say the science changes, it means that due to climate change, the actual way that fires behave, they get hotter, and they're now creating their own climates. They create fire nados, pyronados. And they're actually pyrocumulus clouds. There's a great article in Wired magazine all about it. I recommend you go read it. So here we go, some more loopage here. Sorry, I have to find my special place.
It's over here. Nope, it's over there.
For all the firefighters that go out there and risk their lives to protect all of us. My name is Don. Then you know that it's written on the chart there at the foot end of the bed. They think I'm blind, that I can't read it, but I've read every word, and every word it says is death. So confession, is that the reason that you came? Get it off my chest before I check out of the game. Since you mentioned it, well, there's 13 things I'll name. 13 crosses high above cold Missouri water. August 49, North Montana. The hottest day on record, forest tender dry. Lightning strikes in the mountains. I was crew chief at the jump base. I prepared the boys to fly. Pick the drop zone, pick the center, comes in low, feel the tap, on your leg that tells you go. See the circle of the fire down below. 15 of us dropped above the cold Missouri water. I gauged the fire, I'd seen bigger. So I ordered them side hill and we'd fight it from below. We'd have our backs to the river, we'd have it licked by morning even if we took it slow. But the fire crowd jumped the valley just ahead. There was no way down, headed for the ridge instead. Too big to fight it, we'd have to fight that slope instead. Flames one step behind above the cold Missouri waters. The sky had turned red, smoke was boiling. 200 yards to safety, death 50 yards behind. I don't know why, I just thought it. So I struck a match to waist high grass, running out of time. I tried to tell them, step into this fire I've set. We can't make it, this is the only chance we'll get. But they cursed me, ran for the rocks above instead. I lay face down and prayed above the cold Missouri water. Then when I arose like a phoenix, in that world reduced to ashes, there were none but to survive. I stayed that night, and one day after, carried bodies to the river, wondering how I'd stay alive. 13 stations of the cross to mark their fall. I've had my say, I'll confess to nothing more. I will join them now, those that left me long before. 13 crosses high above the cold Missouri waters. 13 crosses high above the cold Missouri waters. Cold Missouri waters.
Missouri waters, the Man Gulch Fire in Montana in 1949.
And that's on my new album. I noticed the time is about 5 minutes until when I'm supposed to stop, even though we had technical difficulties and started late. So I don't know if Colleen's going to tell me if we need to stop or whatever.
But really, you'll play as long
Yeah,
as
I'll play as long as there are people here. I'm going to switch over to my my own personal page if that's necessary. But if you haven't already, please go and like my page, which is Wolf Loescher, Singer Storyteller. Make sure you like and follow me. It would also help if you would share this stream with other people and tell people about it. You can go to Bandcamp, wololoco.bandcamp.com to buy a CD. You can also stream it pretty much anywhere. iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, Spotify, you name it. So, Mary Higgins has said I can keep going. So,
Thank you, Mary.
so
Mary says so just keep going.
well, Mary Higgins has no authority here, but I'm choosing
don't
to
know
I'm
that.
choosing to accept
Mary
it.
Higgins might be, Colleen's boss. We just don't know.
All right. Actually, Colleen with Celtic Festival Online said keep playing for until the next half hour. since I started kind of half hour late. So that's splendid. Thank you so much for being here. So let's do a song about whiskey, shall we? I hope you have one or two. I also said this was going to be a virtual pub crawl. So in that case, we're going to go to our next pub here. Stand by. Let me pull up the next pub.
Do we have a picture of the mucky duck?
Matter of fact.
All right.
Here we go. There we are.
Oh,
Here I am at the Mucky Duck in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas.
That's not even the picture of your daughter at age 18 months.
No, this is actually the bar. So
Okay.
the Mucky Duck is my home away from home in Houston, Texas. If you ever are there, please go down and say hi to Rusty and Teresa and Shane behind the bar. And the first bar, I'm not actually sure where it's from, but I think it's someplace in Edinburgh. So, but thank you for joining me for this virtual pub crawl. So this is a tender love ballad about alcoholism, basically. And I play a regular show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which we call the Howl. And we called it the Howl is because 8 o'clock back in early May, I think it was, when they were doing the Howl at 8 o'clock for the first responders to show support. Everybody in Denver would go out on their balconies and howl like wolves. And so I heard that and said, that's a great idea. So I started a daily howl back in May when this was all starting, and then kind of went back to a 3-day howl.
I think you started earlier than, wasn't it? You did 54 nightly howls, except for Sunday, because of God. But you
That's
did
true.
54 in a row, so I think you started earlier than May,
Yeah.
and now you do 3 times a week.
So as I said, I wanted to point out the Wolf Loco paw cam up here, so you can see exactly what's going on, what my feet are doing down here. Pay no attention to the lady's hand beneath my nether regions. Anyway, this is a song from Glasgow, the Calton weaving district, and it's got a very easy sing-along chorus. It's got 2 words and a syllable, or actually 5 different syllables altogether, how you want to count it. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Here we go. I'm a weaver, Calton weaver. I'm a rash and a Roman blade. Hey, silver in my pocket. No gang follow the rolling tree. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo. As I came in by Glasgow City, Nancy whiskey I chanced to smell. So I went in and I sat down beside her. 7 long years I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo. Kissed her, the more I loved her. The more I kissed her, the more she smiled, soon I forgot all my mother's teachings. Nancy Whiskey had made the guile. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Was my need, and I tried to rise, but I was not able. Nancy Whiskey had me by the knees. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Where you be, and beware of whiskey. Nancy Whiskey, she'll ruin you like she ruined me. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Jungle, the mighty jungle, lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I hear the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. In the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. I hear, hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. I I'm going back to the coffin weaving. I'll surely make those shuttles fly. I made more at the coffin weaving. Never I did as a rolling boy. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy Whiskey. Whiskey, Nancy, That's what we like to call a mashup.
Hi, you've had at least one request for a song that you do not know.
Okay.
The Town I Love So Well, but perhaps there is another that is adjacent to that one, or by it.
Not that I know of. Not that I can think of right now. I know the song, but I don't know the song. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
As long as you know the song.
Okay. So,
You gonna show off your new toy?
no,
Okay.
not right now. Maybe later.
Someone got a banjo today.
This next one, I've written all of like 2.5 songs in my life, and this is one of them. And I was in, among other nefarious deeds that I am guilty of, I was in a pipe band in Austin, Texas, and called the Silver Thistle Pipes and Drums. And there's a certain experience you have when you're wearing a kilt on St. Patrick's Day in Texas. It's a very interesting experience. So I wrote a song about it. So here it kind of goes like this. So I worked really hard on the verses and kind of ran out of steam. So I decided to steal decided to steal the lines for the chorus from other songs. I'm sure you'll pick it up once we get there. It's called Amazing Grace again. Another day, thin red line between the present and the past. My feet they hurt, my shoulder is numb, but they say this too shall pass. The women they blush, the old men cry, and the children they run away. The dog starts howling somewhere down the street as the pipes begin to play Amazing Grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the low road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. See what I mean? Well, I started out young, I practiced real hard to try to make it great. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking about is getting through this damn parade. And still I return again and again, though the novelty has died. Is it the gizmo, the leather, or the lukewarm beer, or something deeper down inside like Amazing Grace? Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. Competitions and Highland games, the songs remain the same. The tartan and the shortbread and the single malt and the Mac before the name. Mighty influential for a backwards place on the edge of the third world. Strange how everyone becomes a Scot when the pipes begin to skirl to Amazing Grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again. we won't win many prizes for deportment. When all is said and done, I become my best self when I'm strapping on that drum. So we'll put up with the jokes and the hateful stares, for this noise of it curdles stone. Man by the right, and we're heroes again as the pipes kick in the drones. To amazing grace, again, old lang syne, my friend, and the road never ends. Well, you know, come back again, amazing grace. Again, old lang syne, my friend, and the low road never ends. Well, you know, come back again, amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Cha-cha-cha. All right, the mighty Silver Thistle Pipes and Drums of Austin, Texas. Thank you, Nicole Healy. I appreciate that. I've been doing a bad job at watching the comments, so I'll try to do better now. I've kind of found my center, my chewy nougat center. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Speaking of the biggest fires in Colorado history, here's another song from my new album, Sheep's Clothing. This is a song by a good friend of mine, an amazing songwriter, singer, bouzouki player, musician, and just a very, very, very funny lady, Miss Beth Paxton now, and she's based out of New Orleans. And she's just, other than my wife, she's about the coolest person I know, because she plays bouzouki, she writes filthy, filthy songs, and she's a complete Rush fanatic. And she's also an author as well, so she's one of those people that ruin the curve for the rest of us. But she has this amazing, she had an album come out in around 2000. And this is the title track from that album. So when you're on Bandcamp looking for my stuff, go look for Beth's stuff as well. But she actually joined me playing bass and singing harmonies and playing various instruments from South America on this one. I believe she played the Peruvian nose flute. Still something wrong with that. Let me get that fixed. There it is. Found it. I think. Yes, I think that's it. Okay, so, but this is a great song for this time and place, for 2020, because it's about finding your voice and tapping into that big, huge ball of boiling anger you have in the pit of your stomach and turning it to good use. It's finding your voice and using it. So, regardless of who you're voting for, vote. Go vote. Okay? Make your voice heard. Take Some Fire by Beth Patterson. When the weeping willow grants you a place to grieve your loss, when the fire-crested healer shows its bones of shame, when the lowly term turns silent in a pot of introspection, it's then you'll find your voice to reclaim. When the weeping willow once lay choking with the deadly blight, and the fire-crested healer once lay frozen in the snow, you too will overcome, though your journey will be hard, and you must take some fire when you go. Celebrate your anger and be baptized in your tears. Wisdom lives within you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle and your flight into the storm. You must take some fire when you go. When 1,000 fallen heroes turn against you in the dark, guardian angels here on earth turn a deaf ear towards your cries. When you perform great miracles that no one seems to see, and your good intentions fall by the wayside. The ice you tread is fragile in the endless winter night, and below its frozen surface are the memories within. The water will still haunt you till you give it some release. So wound must bleed to cleanse itself again. Celebrate your anger, be baptized in your tears. The fury wilted in you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle, your flight into the storm, and you must take some fire when you go. Like the kindness of a stranger who sees you safely home, your fury will propel you to the freedom you desire. The spark that once eluded you now illuminates your smile. It comes when you take fire. When the need for instant comfort leads you to the poison stream, as it strips you of your armor and lancers you with pain. When the mask you wear of silence bears a stoic web of scars, and there are secrets you no longer can contain. When the phantom terror drains you of the life you never knew, when the spirit of survival is exhausted to the core, when the sadness of unlearning lies behind your tired eyes, of one who's seen it all and then some more. Celebrate your anger and be baptized in your tears, for a wisdom lives within you, as only you can know. Prepare yourself for battle and your flight into the storm, and you must take some fire when you go. Like the kindness of a stranger who sees you safely home, your fury will propel you to the freedom you desire. A spark that once eluded you now illuminates your smile, and it comes when you take fire. It comes when you take fire. It comes when you take fire. Beth Patterson there. All right, moving right along. We got time for, I think, a couple more. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do that one. I'm going to skip that one, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to go to our next stop on the virtual pub crawl here. Stand by. Let's find our next stop. Here we go. There we are. So this is a song written by a friend of mine, one of the best songwriters in the modern Scottish folk heritage. His name's Brian McNeil. He's also an amazing, well, just all-around amazing. He plays bouzouki guitar, concertina, fiddle. He's a writer. He's a tunesmith. He's a producer. And just all-around good guy. He's also one of the founders of the Battlefield Band. So this is one where you definitely, since we are in the new pub in our virtual pub crawl, we need to have a new drink, because at the end of this one we'll have a big toast, and I want to make sure you have something to toast with. Okay? As by the way, I am drinking the rustiest of nails, and if either the Drambuie or the Jameson's people, or I'm not picky on the whiskey, whatever. Glenmorangie, whatever, Doers, if they're listening in and would like to be a sponsor, I would very much, I'd wear your t-shirt. How about that? So a rusty nail, by the way, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's equal parts Drambuie and lighter fluid. No, Drambuie and preferably Scottish whiskey. I'm using actually Minnesotan whiskey. I'm drinking 2 gingers tonight in that, and it's a nice smooth thing to have. So it's got a great chorus to it. He's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Would you please charge your glasses with a real pure drop and drink the best of the barley. Brian wrote this for his Uncle Jim, who came and emigrated from Falkirk, and this is his story. He's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Will you please charge your glasses with the real pure drop and drink to the best of the barley. Uncle Jim served his time on the shores of the Forth as a joiner. £3 10 a week was all he earned, and the wages are better working Michigan pine. So he sailed on an ocean liner to build a better life with the trade he'd learned. But the shore he reached in 23, home of the brave and the land of the free, was as dry as the devil's tongue on Judgment Day. But to find a dram in a foreign land was a natural gift of a Falkirk man, and Lady Liberty looked the other way. For so I've always heard my uncle say, for he's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Will you please charge your glasses with the real pure drop and drink to the best of the barley. Uncle Jimmy was a child of his times, and the tricks of the time, they were dirty. The dirtiest of all was the one they played on the working man's dollar and the poor man's dime, between 29 and 30, where they killed all the steady jobs in the building trade. And the only way that Jim could see was to play the game with Lady Liberty, and no one ever told him all the rules. So while fainter hearts were homeward bound, Jim sold a Michigan ice by the pound, with a leather sling and an iron hook for tools, to show those Yankees how to keep their cool. For he's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Would you please charge your glasses with a real pure drop and drink to the best of the barley. Uncle Jim, he could keep good time while the band played some reel. And he loved to waltz away the summer nights. And the spring step kept him in his prime to the turns of fortune's wheel. And it spun him through the darkness and the light. And to chance the trick called history, Jim took the hand of a century. Never let her steal a backward glance. From the D-Day beaches to the Cold Lake shore, he spun her around and around the floor to show her how a Scotsman takes his chance. And he never missed a measure of the dance. For he's, join me, he's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Will you please charge your glasses with the real pure drop and drink to the best of the barley? Oh, he's the best of the barley, cream of the crop, easy on the water, and I'll tell you when to stop. Will you please charge your glasses with the real pure drop and drink to the best of the barley? Here's a health to the best of the barley. Glasses up, let's see it. To Scotland and the best of the barley. Alrighty. You know, one thing I think they have over in the Celtic Festival Online marketplace is lots of really cool sweaters coming into the wintertime here, or looking for gifts for Christmas time. I bet they have some really nice flasks to put your illicit beverage in, so that you have it with you at all times. And I bet they even have some great apparel stuff, like things to go with your kilt and things like that. So go check that out. There's some really lovely work in, and I've always said Ogham, but I think it's pronounced differently. So Ogham, I think, but Ogham or Ogham. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. It's very cool line writing. So you can talk to Colleen about that. All right, where are we time-wise? Oh, it's 7:30. So let me see if I've got, yes, I've got one last song to end on. I'll end on this one. And if you want to stick around for some more music and stuff, you can follow me over to my personal page. As always, thank you so much to the Celtic Festival Online, specifically Colleen, who's producing this. Thank you for being here. Go like Celtic Festival Online and follow them. Check out the wonderful marketplaces there. Check out all the other wonderful musicians they have, like Kinfolk and Seamus Kennedy and all sorts of other people. I've been turned on to some great new music by that way, and that's what it's all about. It's all about this community that we're building. Even though we're still in our houses and we're not seeing each other face to face, we're able to build community and make friendships. And when all this necessary nonsense is over and we can crawl out of our bunkers, we will find each other and look each other in the eye and say, "Hail, fellow well met, traveler, and can I buy you the rustiest of nails?" So thank you so much. So this is a song. It gets in touch with my Texas roots. Because I spent a good number of my formative and non-so-formative years in Central Texas, and there are a plethora of wonderful singer-songwriters there. One of them is named Lyle Lovett. And so when I was putting this album together, I was trying to represent all the Venn diagrams, circles that make up my musical DNA, all the strands, and try to find a way to make them all harmonious. And I think it ended up kind of like a tartan. You know, you can see all the colors, you can see the individual colors, but it still makes a pattern.
Did I hear Lyle Lovett?
Yep, you did. And my lovely wife is here to provide...
And everybody's going to think this was weird except for the howlers.
That's all right. So this has an audience participation part.
That's right. We expect you to be doing all of the arm motions and saying all of the stuff.
Yep, so let me get the loop going here. There we go. right. All right. So thank you again for being here, being a part of the show. Thank you to Celtic Festival Online. Go check out their emporium of commercialism, and please check out my site. Like everything and everybody, be excellent to each other, and sing along. Now if I had a bone, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean, be a pony on my boat. Now if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. Couldn't bring myself to marry an old Bill. It would just be me and Trigger. We go riding through them movies. We'd buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. If I had a boat, go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride him on my boat. Now we could all together go out on the ocean. I said, be a pony on my boat. The mystery masked man was smart. He got himself a Tonto. Tonto did the dirty work for free. The Tonto, he was smarter. One day said, Kemosabe, kiss my ass, I bought a boat, I'm going out to sea. If I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I said, be a pony on my boat. If I were like lightning, I wouldn't need no sneakers. Come and go whenever I would please. And I'd scare them by the shade tree, and I'd scare them by the light pole. I would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. So if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together out on the ocean. I said, a pony on my boat. One more time. If I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride on my boat. We could all together go out on the ocean. I said, my pony on my boat. My pony on my boat. My pedal. Thank you so much to Celtic Festival Online. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to follow us over to my personal page, go look for Wolf Loescher, singer-storyteller. It's fb.com/wololocomusic.
WOLOLOCO. Wolf Loescher, Longmont, Colorado.
Yeah.
Wololoco.
So we hope to see you again very soon. Thank you again to Celtic Festival Online and Colleen. We'll see you again soon. Let me get some backing music here going.
All right.
A little bit of Piper Jones to play us out. And we hope to see you again soon. Hope to see you again soon, very soon. Wherever you're going, stay home if you can. If you have to go out, wear your mask. When you come home, wash your hands. Wherever you go, whatever you go, make sure you're excellent to each other. Talk to you soon.